This episode of the Switchpoint podcast is sponsored by Industrial Rail Journal. IRJ was created to shine light on one of the most important but often overlooked sectors of the rail industry, industrial rail operations. From chemical plants and steel mills to grain terminals and transload facilities, thousands of businesses rely on rail infrastructure every single day. Industrial Rail Journal was built to highlight the people, operations, safety, and infrastructure that keep the rail industry moving. Learn more at industrialrailjournal.com. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Switchpoint podcast. Today, we're going to be doing an Off the Rails episode, and I'm going to be your host, Vegas. And this is going to be super exciting because I actually get to interview Joe today, our president. But before we go ahead and get started, just a reminder that you guys can go ahead and stream our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you stream your podcasts. We update and post every single week, so be sure you don't miss that out. So, how does it feel to be in the side seat?
It feels good. I like not having the pressure of doing the intro.
I know. I messed up my intro today. So today we're going to get into a little bit of traveling. So, I mean, you guys have seen I've hosted before and Harley has hosted before, and that's because Joe has been out of town. He's been traveling. He's been doing whatever. So we're going to get into the nitty gritty of kind of what goes on during travel and some fun stories with that. So that being said, what does a typical travel week look like for you?
I mean, sometimes they're pretty hectic. I think right now, kind of what I face in travel is, I don't want to say it's predictable because, you know, with all the delays and rerouting and whatnot, but I would say it's methodical is the easiest way.
Love that word.
Because it's so routine, right? I have my routines when I wake up. I know how long it takes to get to the airport from where I'm at, depending on which vehicle I take or which time I leave. I know if I'm only leaving for a day or two, I can take my carry-on bags and things are easy. I know how to navigate almost all the airports now in the U.S., which is weird.
I know. Whenever we fly, I'm always like, do you like this airport? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay, great.
where the good restaurants are, where the good places are, easiest TSA lines to get through. And I would say for me, a typical travel week is I might have 2 locations to get to in a week. And that's an average. A heavy one, I might have 3 in a week. And easy, it's just a simple, like going to Chicago, right? That's easy. It's like 40 minutes there and 40 minutes back. I know how long it takes to get the rental car, the bus, all this other stuff, where to get lunch. So I would say it's methodical is probably the word I would use to describe my travel weeks. I have a habit, and I'm like a creature of habit, as you know.
Yeah,
I'm a creature of habit.
Yeah, we already talked about how Jess makes you a whole itinerary, though.
Yeah.
So,
well,
it's not that planned out or memorized.
Okay.
Let's not get to
maybe the hours and the times are not, but like I know when and where I'm supposed to be and how to navigate through stuff. Mostly.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Okay. Do you prefer driving or flying?
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of indifferent to flying. I feel like not a lot of people.
I feel like it depends on distance now.
Yeah, it definitely does. And
like, would you rather go for a 4-hour flight or a 4-hour car drive?
Depends. Is it just me or is Mike coming with me?
That changes your answer.
It definitely does.
Why does it change your answer?
Well, because if it's 4 hours on a flight by myself, that's some me time. I can do some work. I can decompress.
On the flight.
Right. But if it's a 4-hour drive, then it just turns into like a show where he and I just screw with each other the whole time. And, you know, whoever's out getting gas, the other one takes off a little bit or honks the horn or throws somebody else's snack out the door.
That's
right.
Funny,
so if I'm traveling with somebody, I would say driving because it's good one-on-one time. You can't be loud and boisterous on an airplane.
Yeah.
Or if it's the return home flight and I know I've got to ride home, then I'll just drink on the plane. So
I was going to say, I like flying better because it's like legal to drink while you're doing it.
Yeah, right. That's a fair point. I like that.
It's like, well, I guess some states, I recently just heard that, like, I think it's Mississippi, they like don't have any like open container laws for driving. Like, you could technically be drinking and driving, but as long as you like are under.
That's not a thing.
I just saw it. I swear. I swear it was in Mississippi.
Now, whether the majority of Mississippi does that or not, like, they probably
Mississippi's
do.
A weird place.
Yeah, the crooked letter state. They probably do that.
I don't know. What's the furthest you've ever road tripped for work? Actually, in general, too.
I would say it was just this year. We went to Wyoming. Mike and I we flew up to Denver, and then from Denver, we had to drive to Shoshone, Wyoming. And that was like 7.5, almost 8 hours of a drive. Mm-hmm. That's a long time to sit your ass in a seat.
How long was it?
It was like 7.5 hours one way.
We did that.
Where?
Rancy.
Yeah, I guess we did.
Yeah, I knew we did.
Well, when you're riding with Mike, the smells are different, the sounds are different.
When we did our road trip, Joe was like, "You're such a great passenger." He's like, "I'm used to Mike like sleeping and
sleeping and complaining." He puts his foot on the imaginary brakes, or he grabs that. Like, Joe, whoa. Every 5 seconds, he's a backseat driver.
Yeah, I love that. He's so funny. He's fun to travel with, is he not?
Yeah, I mean, we've been on. Okay, so we've traveled all over the country. We've traveled across the globe for different reasons. He's my best friend. He really is. I've known him for almost 21 years, and he's like a wart. You're just not going to get rid of it. You just it's a part of you now. So it's like you don't hate it. Maybe you would exchange it.
No, no. The better one was a mole. Oh, you were like, "Oh, they grew on me like a mole." Yeah. It's like, all right.
Yeah. No, I love going places.
It was a little weird.
He's fun. He's a great guy, and he's professional when you need him to be. But I don't know.
No, Mike was a great addition to the team. So where'd you say Wyoming? Is that the most remote place that you've been? Do you think?
For work?
Yeah.
With the railroad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did that change your answer? Well,
I had other jobs that took me to like the middle of deserts. Those were pretty remote. Yeah.
What was it for?
The Army.
Oh, well, that's okay.
I mean, Ali Salim.
I guess it is technically work. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, that was a job. But
all right. Okay.
Yeah. No, I would say Shoshone, Wyoming was probably the most remote place, right? Because we passed a couple of towns, and the ones that we got past were like, I mean, you had your bigger ones, like Cheyenne and all that stuff, and but there was another town that was adjacent to us, and I think it was 470 people, and the other one was like 211 people. So not a lot of opportunity out there.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is your funniest road trip story?
So we were in this state, in this location, and Mike and I, we were kind of shooting the shit. It was a long drive. It was one of those like red eye type of drives, and we were trying to get there early in the morning. And so we were very tired. We pulled over, and we were just ripping back Monsters and coffees and energy drinks all morning. And so we get there, and like we're all hopped up and shaken up or whatever, and we're ready to go. And we're teaching railroad stuff at like 1,000,000 miles an hour. And it was a long day. And then later that night, we went out for dinner, and we were both very tired. But we each had a drink, and then we kind of gave each other that look like, let's have another one.
Oh, no.
And then it went very, very downhill. And we ended up stumbling out of the hotel, and we walked around, and we were looking for different bars and speakeasies. And we got separated. And then we ended up finding each other.
Separated?
Yeah. We found each other at the same bar anyway.
How long ago was this?
Maybe like 3 years ago, I guess.
Oh, my gosh.
And we were
You're just exploring on your own?
Yeah.
Oh,
we're just making our own groups of friends. And then we ended up getting real messed up. And then when we went back to the hotel, we went back to our rooms, and Mike was knocking on my door the next morning to wake up. It was time to go. And I was like, no.
Is that the one?
Yeah. When he opened the door, he was like, what was that smell? I was like, I can't today. He was like, oh my God. And he opened the door, there's throw up everywhere.
Ew, in the hotel?
Yeah, it was a bad night.
Oh.
But then he came back, and he got like all this Gatorade stuff, like this rehydrating stuff, and it was like a little gift basket of like get well stuff.
He's so sweet.
He was just like, I need you to get your shit together.
He's like, get a grip.
Yeah. It was kind of
get
bad.
a grip.
I mean, I wouldn't say, I don't know if that was necessarily the road trip, but that was all inclusive just because we were so tired. I would say there's another one where, okay, this happened recently. Mike and I were driving out, and I really had to go to the bathroom, and I was like, dude, I've got to go pee. He was like, all right. And so he pulled off, and I went to go pee on the side of the road, and he just took off. And I was just standing out there peeing on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I ran out, and then I grabbed a snowball as he rolled down the window to laugh at me, and I threw it back at him. And he was like, and I was like, that was a yellow snowball. I didn't tell him, that it wasn't. I just let him sit there and think that it was a piss ball.
Ew, that's really disgusting.
Mad. It wasn't. It was just snow.
Y'all have done worse to each other.
Yeah,
so.
It was just funny,
Oh, Lord. Well, okay.
I hope y'all are getting a good presentation of what I'm like. Not professional.
They're like, let's go for travel. Let's go travel for work. And Joe's like, we got so drunk we got lost at the bar. Whatever. Well, speaking of being lost, have you ever gotten lost while you were trying to find a facility or like a site?
Yeah. Yes, because railroads are typically, so these transload sites, that's what we like really specialize in. And a lot of them are not necessarily like a registered address on Google Maps or something. So some of them might be a PO box, or some of them might be like on a highway or something. And you're like, well, where the hell is this location? You kind of have to look around and look for context clues and then follow the tracks to get to a location. That happened a few weeks or maybe a month or so ago out in Texas. We went to a location and it was actually a different railroad than where we were supposed to be. So they were just as surprised as we were when we showed up ready to audit.
Did they like think you were the FRA? They were like,
no. I mean, we still had all of our Axiom stuff on, but we were like, we're here to do a railroad audit. And everyone was like, what the hell?
They got like really scared. They're like, oh my God, no, the FRA. You're like, I can help you.
No, but it is funny though, because when we do audit a site and we have our yellow vests and our white hard hats and stuff, if it's by a main line or whatever, suddenly you'll watch that crew just like slow things down and like they mind their P's and Q's, because from a distance it looks like it, and we're just waving at them and they're just, like, we're like, because we're in a white vehicle too, so like they don't, they don't know, but it's funny.
That is funny. What's the weirdest thing that you've seen on the road?
Like on the road trips?
Yeah.
If you go to Bessemer, Alabama, you're going to see some streetwalkers out there. If you go down Garfield in Chicago or Cicero, you're going to see some stuff out there. I would say when I was probably in Oakland was probably the most uncomfortable place. Just outside of Oakland, actually.
Why was it so uncomfortable?
Very high crime in terms of a lot of druggies, and it was fentanyl, a lot of fentanyl out there. So you have like a lot of people that look like zombies, just hunched over. Yeah. And then there's a lot of gunshots and like open air robberies and stuff.
Oh my God.
We witnessed some of those, which was crazy. Witnessed a police chase in real time, which was crazy. We went to the hotel, which had an armed security guard outside this Hampton Inn.
I think you told me about that.
And we were like, what the hell? So we went there, and then they were like, they have this literal list of waivers that you have to sign. And it's crazy.
On,
and
like, if you get robbed, you can't sue us?
Yeah. And your property, like, although it's protected with the best interest of armed security, blah, 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 blah. It's not, you know what I mean? And so we get there, and then we heard, like, right outside of our window, it was like a series of, like, 6 shots that rang out, like 2 fast and then 4, obviously return fire.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. So we were like, oh my God, what the hell?
So that was shootout outside.
Yeah. So between seeing all the tweakers out there, the streetwalkers, the car chase, and the gunshots at night, that was probably like the wildest of our trips, because it's not like people are building freight rail in a beautiful area of the country. It's like typically it's going to be like the cheapest land or the most remote place.
Right.
And oftentimes, if it's in the remote place, we have to share hotels with pipeliners. So I'll give you an example. When we go out to like Wyoming or something, or if we're in like northern Colorado and they're running a lot of pipe, or they're like in the Permian Basin, like in Midland, Odessa, it's always railroaders and pipeliners are always together. And with pipeliners, you get your foremans, you get your heavy equipment operators, you get your welders, just your dirty dudes who are partnered with other dirty railroaders. And we're stuck in the same hotel, and it just becomes like a pissing. So it's fun. I like it, but you always see some stuff. You hear some stuff and exchange stories. It's just good fun.
This one's kind of off topic from where we're at right now, but I mean, what's your go-to road trip snack?
Ooh, well.
Gas station meal. I always, whenever Joe is messaging me, he's out of town, and he's like, I am so hungry, but there's only gas stations. And I'm like, please get a wizard. What is it called? A wizard stick?
Meat wizard or something?
No, I'm like, get a wizard stick. And if you don't know the lore behind the wizard stick, it's like the hot dogs that are like on the roller or like on like the heater thing for way too long that they can't like legally call them hot dogs. So they call them wizard sticks. And like there's like a meme of like this guy eating one and he like trips for like 72 hours.
You're disgusting. Yeah. No, I won't eat that. Again, because if it's on a road trip, I'm not trying to get bubble guts from a meat stick or meat wizard stick, whatever it's called.
No, a beef stick.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to drive in a rental car. No, that's not going to happen. So typically I play it safe. I go with like a bag of Bugles, which I love Bugles. I don't know why everybody shits on them. They're still delicious little chips.
I haven't had them in a long time.
When you're a kid, you used to put them on your fingernails. Yeah, and they were awesome. But Bugles are delicious, and a vitamin water, I think. Unless it's early morning,
like your
then
vitamin
I do.
waters.
If it's early morning, then I'll just get like a coffee. I used to make rookie mistakes before my flights, and I would get one of those breakfast sandwiches and a coffee. It's not a safe game because it
Yeah.
hit
Well,
you.
I guess you learn after so many times, right?
Or Waffle House.
I still want to go to Waffle House.
Yeah. So
I was so mad. We were in Alabama, and the only thing I wanted to do was go to this Waffle House. There was multiple opportunities to take me to this Waffle House.
I saved your
Multiple.
life by not taking you there.
I wanted it. I wanted to go to the Waffle House as soon as I leave. Him and Mike go to Waffle House.
We only went there to get you that coffee mug and send you a picture,
You ate there.
and we regretted it. And I'm going to tell you, Waffle House, in my experience, is only safe between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. because that's the only
when
time
it gets bad.
It is, but I'm telling you, it's like a magical world. You step into it. It's like the Narnia of just you step in there, and not only is the food the best you'll ever eat, but your stomach is it doesn't kill you. Between the hours of 11 and 3, you can stomach Waffle House and then not hit yourself, not throw up, not whatever. But you also get dinner and a show. So you get to see like a fight break out, somebody get stabbed, somebody yell, some old woman who's like, I don't know, a good solid 450, 500 pounds, just smoking, ripping cigarettes, cooking your waffles. And then there's like two thugs
Just,
beating
like,
each other's
flicking
ass.
ashes at 'em?
Yeah, in the corner. And then you've got like Keith Whitley playing in the jukebox in the back. And you're just like, hell yes, this is where I need to be.
That's your dream.
Yeah, it's great. But only between those hours. And then after that, it's like it's all cleaned up. It's like it was never there. And you'll never see a car at a Waffle House unless it's between 11 and 3. When Mike and I went there for breakfast that morning, we were the only ones there. And they were just as surprised to see us as we were surprised to see people working there. At a
Really?
decent morning breakfast. Yeah. Yeah. Waffle House is
But it's like Waffle House. Like it would be, you would think
it
it would
is
be like
not
breakfast.
safe. It's not safe for your stomach. It's not safe. Tom, back me up on this.
Yeah, I got you. No worries.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Waffle House?
Once in my entire life.
Only one time. How was your experience?
It wasn't memorable, but I think it was not yet 11 p.m. So
that's okay. So we
So
used to
you
go
have
out.
to go into like the magical crackhead hour.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's typically after when you get out of like the dance halls and everyone's, whether you leave early or if you leave at like 2, everyone leaves the dance hall and then they all go to Waffle House.
Yeah.
And then that's where like the show happens. And it's just like it's like a magical place.
See, that's what like Eurogyro is.
What is that?
Eurogyro?
Yeah.
It's you know what Eurogyro is.
yeah, it's it's a place that sells
It's
euros.
just like a lunch dinner place, but they stay open until like 2 a.m. So after everybody like goes out and parties or whatever, they go to Eurogyro and get like pizza, but like the bar is still open there, and like it gets really crazy in Kent.
Sounds like a really
When I
sad
was going
version.
to school there, we were gonna go to Eurogyro. We were on our way there, and then we couldn't get in because there was like a stabbing and chairs being thrown everywhere and
yeah,
stuff.
that sounds about right.
So like that's what I'm saying. It's like that vibe though. It's just like a bunch of like crackheads and crazy people after they've been like all f***ed up.
Okay. Next time that you go somewhere with us, we'll take you to a Waffle House. But it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna
I
be
don't
good.
care. I just want to go.
I
My
hope
dad
somebody
loves Waffle
comments
House.
on this in the comment section, or they'll tell you Waffle House is. You'll see. It's hard to describe unless you're actually there.
Comment down your worst Waffle House story in the
Or
comment
best.
section. Or best too.
Or best. How
you
about
know?
any Waffle House experience? I want to hear it. Because that one might decide whether I want to go or not. Will I be abducted?
You won't take my
Answer me
advice.
that.
You
Riddle
won't take
me
my
that.
advice. You'll take a stranger's advice.
Oh
on
my
it.
god.
Oh my god. All right.
All right. Okay. What is your worst airport experience?
I don't know. It's very seasonal with these airports. And here's what I mean. I base my airports based off of their rental car availability, right? And I had to learn that you book your rental car before you get your ticket. Because sometimes if you're flying into a remote place, or even if, you fly in, I only fly into big hubs now. Because all the regional ones, they have like 3 cars and they're gone. I hate flying in and out of O'Hare. The gates are terrible. Just the security is terrible. You taxi for freaking an hour for no reason. Midway's a much better airport to go into. Denver during the winter, I don't like it because everyone always gets the all-wheel drive vehicles, and so you're stuck with like a 2-wheel drive Hyundai, and you're just imminent death around every turn.
Oh, God.
Houston, it depends, right? If it's rain season and all the trucks are gone, you're going to flood out. I would say my worst airport experience was probably Lubbock, flying out of Lubbock, Texas, because it's so small. They don't have fast pass. They don't have pre-check. They don't have the clear. They don't have anything. And it's the same people that work in that area have been there for like since time. They're like 99 million years old.
The dawn of time.
Yes.
Okay.
And so all the security guards are old. The TSA are all old. The airport,
I feel like that would make it like a pretty seamless, just like chill.
No.
Like we've all been here forever. Like, we got this down.
No. And then they never have the rental cars. They always tell you that they have them, and then you get there and they don't have anything. And then you're like, where am I going to get an Uber
I don't understand
from?
that. I hate
like
that.
an Uber from like Wolfers or something. It's going to take forever to get there. You're like, all right. So I guess I'm just
wonderful. I love that.
I'm just kind of stuck here. So, and then there's nowhere to really eat at that airport. It's just, I don't know. It's not like a dangerous one in any way. It's just very inconvenient.
I guess.
I like people shit on Midway a lot, but I like it because it's a very simple airport.
Is that
to
the one
navigate.
that
In
Chicago?
Yeah, that's one.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's very easy.
I
to
haven't
navigate.
really experienced that many. My favorite one is the Alabama one. Where do we? Montgomery?
No, Birmingham.
It was Birmingham.
BIR. Yeah.
I love that one because they have little white rocking chairs by like a big window, and I sit there and I just like decompress and I like rock back and forth. I love it. And I definitely look crazy.
Yeah,
but
you definitely look like the crazy cat lady.
I love it. I love to sit on that rocking chair and I just rock back and forth. I love it.
Birmingham's a good airport. Birmingham, the city, is not very nice. And that's the other thing is sometimes I'll prepay the gas if I know it's like in a bad city because I'm not going to stop as I get close to airport. Anything off of something called Airport Boulevard is not a good place to get gas.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Right.
Right. So that leaves you trying to get gas like 40 minutes before the airport, and then the tank is off, and they're like, your tank is off, and blah, 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 blah. It's $12 a gallon.
No.
Yeah, I know. So I'll prepay the gas if I know it's like in a bad city or something.
That's cool. That's nice. Do you have any funny TSA stories? Have they ever thought you were
I would say
bringing a bomb?
No.
Did you ever have
They
like
always
that
check these
gun
guns
punch?
when I go.
Oh, God.
I can't stop the dad joke opportunity.
So I was currently turning down my mic.
I know.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
I never want to see that again.
Whatever. I would say when I go through TSA, my luck is terrible luck. You know this.
You have
I
awful
have
luck.
the worst
You
luck.
have awful
I
luck.
used all my luck to get my beautiful kids, and I'm fine with that. That's where I used all my luck.
Yeah.
So that means all the other bad luck, it just kind of rests on me. But point is my bags always get random. Like if I have to check a bag, it always gets a random for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And then when you open up your random check, there's a little note in there from TSA. And it says like, sorry, we searched through your stuff. Some things may be unorganized or disorganized because we thumbed through and blah, blah, blah for security measures and nothing was found. Have a great day. So when I, have to meticulously fold my stuff and I put it in there and like, I'm already cramming like 5 days into like one carry-on bag or like one check bag anyway. So it's like a lot. And then they go through and not only do they typically like break the zippers or they scratch up your bag, but then they mess up your clothes and then like they bend your shoes and they put all stuff and they just smash it and zip it back up and send it on its way. And so what I started doing was I would handwrite my own notes and I would like to the TSA agent who's about to thumb through my shit, I was like, I understand your job is critical to our national security. However, as a veteran and prior law enforcement member, I assure you there is nothing of contraband in this bag. Please, if you are going to rip my clothes apart, take the time to fold them back nicely and put them for me. And I would write like little notes. If they didn't, I would be like, I hope you lose the lid to all of your Tupperware for the rest of your life. Or I'd be like, I hope that you are cursed with the pain in your foot every time you walk. Or something like that.
You would write that?
I would write that. And
Oh
I'd
my
take
God,
pictures
no.
of it.
That is so funny.
Because, I mean,
God,
I get
that's
that they have a
hilarious.
job to do, but part of that job I feel like
But
is...
at least like put it back. Like don't shove my stuff back in here. I put it in like nicely for a reason.
Right. And like if I'm shipping like a bag that's just like wrapped up with duct tape all around it, like, okay, that's some sketchy. You should probably check that out. Or if it's unusually heavy. But like if it's a nice Mono's bag or something, or if it's like something with like a good, you know what I mean? Like I feel like you could take the time to at least put that stuff back. I mean, I know they have like their own job to do, but I don't know. That used to be a thing that I would always get annoyed with. That and RBF, resting face with the TSA when you go up there.
Oh, see, I heard RBF and I immediately thought resting face, but
Yes.
I didn't think that that's what you meant when you were talking about that.
I'm hip, I know.
Okay, I'll let you believe that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Is whenever they just kind of they're sassy and they look at you like you're just ruining their day just by existing.
They are like that. When I was flying by myself, I had the guy who was doing the clear check for me. And we were like having a conversation. He seemed totally fine. As soon as he got the opportunity to like dip out on me, I was like, okay, bye, thank you. Turn around, gone. Absolutely just gone. And I was like,
you know what I do appreciate about TSA is that they have, at some of the airports, they have like the newer lanes. Well, they're not newer. They're like 5 years old or 10 years old or whatever. But like, it's the ones where they have the big, deep gray buckets that you don't have to take stuff out of, like your electronics out of. You just put it all in there and then it just goes right through.
I just did.
Those are the
that.
best.
It was so nice.
They are, because the other ones, they're the little
remove
buckets.
it.
And I'm like, oh, crap, I've got an iPad, my phone, and the MacBook. And then I also have my boots, which always set off the alarms. And I've got my belt buckle, which will always set off the alarms. And so I always have to like, oh, do I need 3 bags or 4 bags? And as I grab another tray, somebody else is already grabbing that tray. And they're just like, ugh.
It's actually hilarious watching Joe go through TSA. Because it's like,
It's methodical, dude.
I'm just like, I'm standing there and like, I have my purse in my bag and like, I put my bag and I like take out my laptop and like whatever. And then I just like, you don't have to take off your shoes anymore, but you do. I don't. I just walk through the little spray tan machine.
Spray tan machine. That's so funny.
Yeah, I just go through and I'm like, okay. And then I'm waiting for them to be like, okay, turn. They don't turn. But anyways, like I go through and like everything's fine. And like Joe's over here like ripping off his belt, ripping off his shoes, like undressing, watches off, other things are in the bag. He's like throwing everything everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God, like, do I have to take off my shoes? And you're like, no.
Do you always make it such like a dad move too?
It
When
is,
I take
you,
that
like,
buckle, I
rip it off.
I rip that sucker out, and like everybody looks. I'm like, fuck around. Gonna catch this belt. Dude, there's nothing like a good leather belt with a buckle. Just make your kind of clench. You're like, ooh, I'm about to get in trouble. You're gonna make me undress. You're gonna see. I love that. It's so funny. Remember my grandpa used to do that? And that was like the biggest fear of my life. Just grab that and uh-oh.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. That was so funny. I just know because I've seen it in person. So it's like, it is legitimately just like a whoosh, like, it seriously is.
Years of trauma that pull.
It's just, like, I heard the sound and I was like, oh, God. And I was like, it had me doing double takes. I was like, oh, oh, God. Oh, my God, that is so funny. Let's move on to hotels. What is the nicest hotel that you've stayed in for work?
So random. And shout out to these guys. It's called the Hotel Settles, and it is in a town called Big Springs, Texas. Population like 4. And there's nothing in this town. It's a pipeline. It's a railroad kind of town. They've got, some of the rail cars out there and stuff. But there's nothing to do. Everything is closed. All the businesses have been closed. It reminds me of like old Texarkana. And all the businesses are closed. It looks like life stopped in like the early 1900s. And they're all brick buildings, but most of them are like collapsed in roofs. But then you go and you have this hotel.
Is this one that you showed me?
Yes.
Oh.
And they redid it, and presidents have stayed here.
Yeah.
So random. And you walk in and they've got this massive, it's like, I don't know, a 10-foot wide by like 20-foot tall Swarovski crystal chandelier. It's like Italian granite or Italian marble all over. It's like this massive staircase with like 2 grand pianos in there. It's got like an old 1910 like Ford in there, and it's just like pristine, and it's like silver and gold inlays, and it's like an old teller style, like when you go to check in, and it's like wrought iron everywhere, and it is top tier exquisite hotel. The food is amazing. The rooms, holy crap. I go and check in this room, and a typical hotel room, if you look on like Hampton Inn or something, it's going to be like 310 square feet, 280 square feet. It's like 1,500 square feet per room.
Oh my God.
And you
That's
have
like a house.
like a walk-in, hand-laid tile
Like a studio apartment.
shower. Yeah. It's like Victorian style couches and beds. It's like glass
That's what I
top
thought.
desks, and it's insane. And they give you like these nice Egyptian cotton robes that are monogrammed, And it's insane. Anyway, the price of the room is oftentimes cheaper than what you would pay for like a Hampton Inn or like a Holiday Inn or something like that. It's equivalent or cheaper, and you get so much more. But it's so beautiful. And the bar downstairs, they have like a lounge and like a billiards and a bar and all that stuff. The food is exquisite. Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
I'll go just to stay in the hotel.
No, the pool is
for no reason.
The pool
is there any like
It's
location
hot in
I can
Texas,
go
right?
filming in or something that you can take me there to?
You have to drive for a couple hours to get to Big Springs.
Who cares?
From
it's worth it at that
Odessa
point.
or Midland.
We drove 2 hours to, the state in Alabama.
It's so beautiful. We had a long-standing customer that we were with for like 6 or 7 years, and I'm still, good friends with these people. They're a great group of guys that are down there at this transload company. It was a big name, and I watched their rail program grow, and I got to be fortunate enough to be a part of that to help them, steer them in the right direction. Mm-hmm. And it was just awesome watching them grow. So anytime I got to go out there, that was always my place to go. And right next to it was this place called the Cigar Car, and it's a series of box cars. And the cigar lounges are inside the box car, and they have a caboose out there, and they have got like Edison bulbs out there, and they have live music, like live West Texas music, which is awesome. So West Texas music is just awesome because you got a good fiddle, and it's just mood setting, and it's cool, and you have cigars out there, and you hear the rail cars slamming next to each other, and you walk like 3 blocks over to the Hotel Settles. Just an awesome experience at this place. So,
that is so
shout out
nice.
to Big Springs, Texas. You guys have the best hotel I've ever stayed at.
God.
Which I think is nicer than the New Yorker in Manhattan. Maybe, I don't know. Shout out to them.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'd go see them.
That would be beautiful. Are you pulling up the pictures right now, Tom?
They had
absolutely stunning.
It's like very Victorian.
They had
a
a bartender out there named Seth, and I knew this guy only from work trips for like 4 years though. And I would only see him like maybe 3 times a year, but we always recognized each other because it was a lot of fun. And it was just they're great people down there. Oh. It's just I loved that location.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, this is definitely this is a time capsule for sure. I mean, it's looks like it's stuck in time, but
it's so random,
but in a very good way.
Yeah, the rooms are beautiful. I love this place.
I was gonna say that the one that we stayed in for Rancy was super nice too, but not nice like that.
Was a golf course, and
it was probably why it was nice. It was also a spa.
Yeah, the Grand Over is what it was called.
The Grand Over.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Grand Over Resort and Spa. Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
Still wasn't nice. Wasn't nicer than the Settles.
I didn't get to see the pool though. I was really sad. But
you didn't have the pool view.
No. Did you have a pool view?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm. I had the pool view and it looked down and there was I was kind of like, it looked down over.
Didn't?
Yes,
you
I
had
did.
the same view as I did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We had connecting rooms.
Mike had the pool view.
Yes.
When I was in,
yes.
I walked across the hall to his side. That's right. We were on the opposite side, the golf course side. He was on the pool side. That's what it was. But I remember looking down at they were nice, but it wasn't that nice. It was a lot for what we paid to go out there. I mean, it was a good event. The event was great, right? But I don't know. For what we paid for the hotel, I felt like it could have been nicer.
No, I thought it was fun. I thought it was nice, but I also, I didn't pay for it.
Seasoned traveler here.
Oh, sorry. So what's the sketchiest hotel that you've ever had to spend the night in?
So the one in Oakland was super bad. The one that you went on was actually awful. That was my latest one. It was a Hampton Inn or something like that, or a Ramada or something like that. And it had like those adjoining room doors. So like, already sketchy. All right. So then I go into my room and it's just hot and muggy and the AC doesn't really work. It just like blows not cool air, just like air. Like old air.
Like hot.
Yeah, like just like a hot homeless person just blowing on you. So it was already gross. And I went in there and it smelled like and foot.
It seriously did. It was like, so
what
bad.
What in the hell is this pungent smell? And it was sticky and wet. And it wasn't comfortable. It wasn't comfortable. But it was like the last rooms because booked them last minute. And it was just really nasty. And I woke up in the morning and I was like, I'm not going to go to the gym because the gym was disgusting. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just kind of do some exercise, push-ups on the floor and whatnot and get my morning routine started. And I wake up in the morning and I get down and like one hand is like crunchy and one hand is wet. And I'm just like, what in the hell? And I'm getting down to do my push-up and I couldn't push myself up fast enough because it smelled like, I don't know, whatever dead hooker smells like, it smelled like that in the room. And it was disgusting.
Like we should have probably called the police.
And so
like,
I knock on.
That's how bad it smelled.
Yeah, I knocked on Vegas's door, and I was like, "Hey, hello, is it also bad? Can we leave? And she was like, oh no, my room is fine. And it was like a beautiful oasis of a nice
My room was beautiful,
and I was just
perfect.
Like,
nothing wrong.
Hell.
And he opened up the door and I was like, what is that smell?
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, come in here.
Yeah, I had to grab my my travel cologne and I was spraying it around the room like I was blessing the room with it. And I was making the sign of the cross.
Disgusting and bad. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, can you open up the window? And Joe was like, why would the hotel window open?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, did you turn on like the AC? And he was like, I turned it off. And I was like, well, turn it on. Maybe it'll like flush it out. So we turned it on. And then we went to go meet Dustin, our track inspector, for dinner. And when we got back, I was like, oh, does it smell better? He was like, it smells worse.
It was so much worse. One time I stayed at this Hojo, Howard Johnson, that's what we used to call him, Hojos. I stayed at this Hojo, and it was so nasty. This was a long time ago. It was in the Army. The Army put me up at this place. So, government dollar. It's probably like 20.
Yeah.
I think they rented the hotel room by like the hour. It was one of those places.
Oh.
And so I stayed in there, and right outside my door, there was like a couple of meth heads out there that were all shot up and, shooting up or whatever outside my door. And I go inside there, and it was the same thing. It was just nasty. And I turn on the AC, and it like dust came out and mold spores, and I was like, I was coughing. And I went into the bathroom, and there was literally like mildew all over the soap bar.
Ew! Oh my God!
Like an antibacterial bar, like bacteria growing all over it. And I was like,
how
what
long
in
has
the hell?
that been there?
There were stains all over the bed and all over the headboard. It was a cloth headboard, not even a wooden one. It was a cloth headboard with stains on it. So dark stains, probably blood. Someone probably offed himself in that room. And I was like, all right. So that was probably the worst hotel up until some of these other experiences.
Oh God!
I don't know. Some of these hotels need
one of the recent ones that you went to, the door wouldn't shut.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
that was in Montgomery. Also, again in Alabama.
No.
Yeah, it was. That was in Montgomery.
Oh, the second time you went.
Mm-hmm.
The second time you went. Yeah.
We were out there for a great customer, but we went out and I stayed at that hotel, and the door wouldn't shut because somebody had like jimmied their way into that room.
Yeah.
And I went to go get the desk clerk, and the guy comes up and he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, dude, look at this. He was like, started laughing. And I said, yeah, it doesn't shut from the inside, but if you pull it closed from the outside, it'll close. But also all you have to do is push on the door to open it. The latch doesn't work. And I was like, do you have another room? So he put me in another room or whatever, which was fine. But I don't know. I always get the sketchy rooms.
You do. And
like
my
500
rooms are always fine. Like whenever I go, my room is always totally okay. And also, when we went to Alabama, he had a crackhead like laying on the floor outside of your hotel room.
Yeah, chef had to go get him.
Yeah, chef had to go get him. We told the hotel bar, and they were like, "Let me go tell chef."
Yeah,
and like this big guy comes out, and he's like walking up the stairs, like, "Go get him." We were like, "Go chef," but seriously, like every single time, like I've always had a beautiful, wonderful, amazing experience, and Joe just gets by every hotel.
I do. I don't understand it. All these rooms, and they're just like, "You win. What do I win?" They're like, "The worst." Yeah, I don't get it. People think I'm being extra or being a diva about it, but really, they're just really bad quality rooms that I get, except for Hotel Settles. Shout out to Hotel Settles. Yeah. They always give me a wonderful room there. And that's just like their standard room there.
I was going to say, I think they just have wonderful rooms.
No, they do. But if you look at like their presidential suites, like it's really, really nice.
I can imagine if the regular rooms are like that nice. Imagine it's probably like the whole floor.
I don't know. I've never stayed in it.
Like a penthouse?
Yeah. I know they have it on their website. I used to get drunk and I would go upstairs and I'd play the piano.
Yeah, you told me about that.
They'd let me do that up there.
That's so fun. I love that. What is one travel item that you always take now? Actually, give me one that you didn't used to travel with and now you do. Do you have any of those?
It's kind of it's a random thing, but yeah, I would say
you travel with hairspray.
I do. I would say it's my watch. It holds my watches in it. It's like a little leather case that holds my watches in there. I used to have to wrap my watches up in something like a sock or something and then stick them in my bag, but now I've got like a travel leather holder. And I take that and it keeps them. Yeah. And I like that. That's probably something new. But one thing that I always have to travel with, of course, my toiletries. But recently, I think just an excess of chargers. Because I hate buying chargers, especially at an airport when they're like $55 for just an iPhone charger or something.
You've had to do that so many times.
I think I've got like maybe 8 chargers in my bag.
Oh my gosh.
Because sometimes I leave them.
Your old phone used to die really fast though. You would have major problems with that. Well, that's good. I can't think of anything. I feel like I just travel with like normal stuff. I'm a pretty light packer.
Yeah,
I mean, like you obviously have to have like your toothbrush and like toiletries, hairbrush. I always bring. Okay, do you bring like your own body soap and stuff?
no.
Or do you
Mike,
use theirs?
Mike does, but
I do. I bring my own. I don't use the hotel.
I don't like it because I usually have like a check bag with me.
Yeah.
And you can't have over like I think it's 200 milliliters or something.
Yeah. No.
Or
In the checked bag?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you just bring the travel size?
Or not the check bag. I'm sorry, like the carry-on bag. You can't have like over 200. So
that's what I do.
Because I don't ever really
size.
check a bag.
Well, I'm saying on the carry-on though, you bring the travel size. That's what I do.
No, that's fine. Mike doesn't like it because now all the soap is it's not like the individual ones anymore. Now it's like the ones that are like
push.
You pump on the wall.
Yeah.
I don't really trust those, but
I have eczema. So my skin is like real sensitive. So it's like I don't even want to know.
yeah.
I don't want to know. I don't want to find out.
Mike is always. I was like, why don't you just use that? And he's like, because dirty mother like me put shit in there. I'm like, why would you do that?
Like me?
Yeah. It's like, why would you do that? I'm like, you're what's wrong with
me.
society.
That is so funny. This next question says, have you ever made lifelong friendships through traveling for work? Clearly you have.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you guys were friends beforehand too, but.
Well, I would say I'm friends with a lot of our customers. Current
And a lot of bartenders. You've talked about, like, whenever you go, you're like, oh, we have to go visit so-and-so at this restaurant. Like, they said to come visit us next time we come back.
Yeah, well, it's because it's fun. I get to be me and not work me or dad me or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like I get to just be me. And so I like to make friends with people and I like to be outgoing and have meaningful conversations. And I don't bar hop. I'll find one bar and I like to stay there. Mm-hmm. And at least now. And if I'm with somebody that I know I'm going to see again, and I have a genuine conversation, we remember each other. And next time it's like, hey, how you doing? I had a great talk. And the next time it's like, hey, how's your family? How have you been? Blah, blah, blah. And the next time it's like, oh, you're in town again. And so it's small talk. And then sometimes we have one bartender that that will go to a casino with us. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we made good friends with these people because, you know, it's just a genuine conversation. So I would say you're onto that. Yeah. I make good friends with bartenders. Mm-hmm. Good friends with customers, although I try not to go out to eat with customers very often. Like there's a few of them that I will, and it's not that I don't like it. It's just I try to keep that professional relationship between us and the customer. And I don't want a customer to feel like obligated to commit to another service just because we're friends. So I you know what I mean? I think more business thing would be to golf, and I don't golf because
Thank God. Thank God. I hate golfing. I hate it. Nothing about it's good. It's so overhyped. Why do you want to hit a ball and then go chase it? You're chasing the ball that you are hitting.
Jake and Joe like to go golf.
I know.
So I had one customer and they took me to their property and it was a shooting range. Mm-hmm. And there were a bunch of us were former military guys. And we went out there and the owner of the business was out there and he drove up on his little side-by-side or Kubota or whatever, and he brought like a case full of weapons. And it's just like crazy weapons. And we all just had cigars, and we were out there just shooting off all these rounds. And like that was the most fun in a business meeting I think I'd ever had. And I was like, this is way better than golfing or sitting out at a lunch or going to one of those stupid.
I mean, obviously, that's something that you actually enjoy doing.
Hell yeah, that was awesome.
But I guess a lot of people do enjoy like golfing, so that's fun for them.
I don't know. We had one customer who offered us, like we even sponsored a couple of the holes or whatever to go to one event, and they wanted us to golf, but we weren't prepared to go. We had boots, and we're like, I'm not going to golf in boots, you know?
I would have loved it. It would have been so funny.
But they're a great customer. I love all those guys up there. And we're supposed to partner with these ladies on the team, and they were like, oh, we're sorry. We were hoping that we'd have some muscle. And we're like, well, we don't know how to. I mean, you've seen us at Top Golf. We're not, you know, but I don't know. Golf was never really my thing, traveling for customers. No. I guess that relationship, I always try to keep it somewhat distant after the services are provided. Like we're still available, but I don't know.
I guess. What is a place that work took you that you probably never would have visited otherwise?
I would say a random place was Montana, and we were in Colorado, and Mike was flying in, but his flight got diverted to like a small regional airport in Montana instead of like Colorado or Wyoming. And so I had to drive all the way up like 11 hours to go get Mike up in this little regional airport. And he was literally sitting on this like wooden park bench outside of the airport where this little stick of gum airplane had just dropped him off. And it was like 9:00 at night. And he was already sitting there. And I was driving as fast as I could.
I love him so much.
And then he and I had to drive like another 11 hours back or whatever. We were so tired. And then I had to wake up and teach that course the next day.
Yeah.
But
oh, God,
I mean, driving through the mountain ranges and all that stuff, it was really pretty. But
I'm sure it was a beautiful drive. I mean, like, terribly long, but I'm sure it's pretty.
It was very pretty. But that was some random place. I even have a picture of me on like my Find My where it shows me like in this remote spot in Montana. And I was like, that's
off
cool.
the grid.
Yeah. And I sent it to my friend. He's like, what the hell are you doing there? It's just like,
I love that. I love when people like, I stalk my Find My. I love to look at where my friends are at and stuff. And so like sometimes like if my friends were on like a cruise or something, and then I'd be like, why are you in the middle of the ocean? Yeah. Are you okay? And they'd be like, I'm on a cruise. And I'd be like, oh, makes sense. But I love it. I think it's so funny.
Yeah, I think, the cool thing, like I said earlier about the railroads is they're like the pipeline. They take you in random places that there's not a lot of people at. And it's never somewhere that you would typically think you would ever find yourself. But getting to travel the country and all these different towns, like whether it's like the Coeur d'Alene, Idahos, or like the Shoshone, Wyomings, or like the Big Springs, Texas, or wherever you go, there's always just somewhere cool that you get to see and makes you appreciate that part, how beautiful our country is and how diverse it is. When people are like, oh, Americans are so uncultured, it's like, America's awesome. You could be sweating your butt off in the desert in Arizona, or you could be tracking up some mountain and in Colorado, or you could be down in the swamps in Louisiana, and like everyone has its own food, its own music, its own style. I love it so much.
People are like Europeans and stuff. They'll be like, oh, Americans are so uncultured, like they never go to other countries or whatever. It's like, well, you really don't have to though. Like if I want to go to the beach, I'll go to the Keys.
Did you see,
if I want to go to the mountains, like I'll go.
With the World Cup, how many Europeans now have a new appreciation for America? Like how much they love our culture.
Did you see that guy posing with the ranch? Loved it. He was like, best thing ever. I was like, yes.
we have an awesome, okay, so Texas is huge. Texas is like bigger than Germany, right? So in Texas, a lot of people don't know this, but Texas has in its constitution can be divided in 4 different states. So in each of these 4 different regions of Texas, Southeast Texas, East Texas, Panhandle, and West Texas, it each has its own different music. There's its own food. Like if you ask somebody from Plano or Amarillo what a kolache is, they wouldn't know. That's like specific to Gulf of America region, right? Or if you had somebody like in El Paso, the Llano Estacado is way different than what you would see in like Lufkin.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it's totally different. And
Texas is huge.
It is
I remember
huge.
asking you, I was like, how far is it from this place to this place? And you're like 4 hours?
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
It's still, you can drive for 16 hours and still be in the same state.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
It is so crazy.
To go from like McAllen or Brownsville all the way up to the Panhandle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're still in the same state for like days. But I love how big it is. You can and going back to I guess the question, I got off topic, but it's like you see all these cool different places that you never would have thought you'd ever go to.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So with all those places, what is the coolest restaurant that you've ever been to?
Ooh, coolest restaurant. I don't know if it was the coolest restaurant, but it was the most memorable for the fried food that I had. And this was in Alabama. This was outside of Talladega. And it was this, I forget what it was. It was some kind of fried place or whatever, but the catfish there was so
Is that the one that I posted on LinkedIn?
good. No, it was
You took a picture of it.
Mike and I went there like a year or so ago, I guess.
Yeah, I posted that picture on LinkedIn.
Did you?
Yeah, of your fried catfish. You took a picture of it and you sent it to me and I posted it.
It was, oh my God, it was so good. And we were just there with the workers, with the crews that we were out there training with, and just a great group of people all together. It was kind of just grimy looking, but the food was just, oh my God, the food was excellent. Anything in the South is always great food. I wish we had good food up north.
We do have good food here.
We do not have good food.
I think, Tom.
Nobody ever said I wanted to go to Ohio and get some Mexican food. Ever.
Well, I live here.
Nobody ever said, oh, I want to go to like Bowling Green and get some catfish.
First of all, there's nothing in Bowling Green, so
Yeah,
let's back
that's
that
right.
up. That is just a
Bowling
wind
Green.
tunnel. Like, there was nothing there.
I'm just saying.
Okay, but Cleveland has good stuff, do they not? I'm sure Columbus has good restaurants.
I've never really been to any restaurants in Cleveland.
Well, see, you can't not go anywhere and then be like, there's no good food here.
If the murder rate is high in the city, I'm not going to go there and try and food.
Cleveland is not that bad. There's hours where you should go and not go.
Okay.
No,
Like a Waffle House.
like down by the flats. I mean, it's got some good places down by the flats.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah, well, people also get shot at the flats, but
well, yeah.
Okay, so like, again,
As
wherever
a
I'm going to,
you know, people get shot everywhere now. Though.
Any city, you know.
wherever I go eat, it's got to be kid friendly. And you got to think, I'm taking 3 kids with me, so it can't be like high traffic, it can't be like potential crime in the area, it can't be like busy streets, because I've got kids who are just like, they just wander off and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I need to, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Okay. Is there a city that you always look forward to visiting?
It is in Colton, California, near Ontario, kind of the Inland Empire area. I love going out there because I've got a good customer out there who's also a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And the Inland Empire itself is not typically a beautiful area unless you're kind of from that area and you're there a lot and you know where to go, where not to go. Like you know how to appreciate the sunsets. You know what little shops to go in. Like they've got like this little cigar shop. You never would find it, right? And it's just some little dinky
Didn't
little.
you say that famous people go
Yeah,
there?
and Schwarzenegger and Stallone and all
Yeah.
these other people, they go there exclusively there to get their cigars because of the relationships. And it's like, so you have a chance of running into people there, or, you know, going out and walking the downtown area. You know, it's beautiful. Like some places you got to stay away from because there's a lot of tweakers out there and stuff. But at the same time, like if you know how to appreciate that area for what it is, then like that's an awesome place. They got beautiful hiking trails out there. They've got, you know, the weather is nice. I would say the Inland Empire is probably my favorite area to go to. And I'm not a California guy, but just being out there, I love it a lot. It's really nice.
That's fun. I don't know. I've like heard like not great things about California. It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of how people say that like when you visit Paris, I think Tom, you told me about this.
Oh, that
in the first
underwhelmed
place, you like
feeling.
think that you're going to be like, it's going to be like this amazing place. And then all of a sudden there's just like trash everywhere and like shit all over. And
Yeah, there's like an actual term for it too. I forgot what it was called.
I know, I
But
can't remember what
It's
it was.
it's basically like the de-romanticization of Paris. Basically, like people have
Yeah.
this perceived notion of what Paris is going to be like, and it's nothing like that.
And I feel like that's kind of how California is too. Like I have family who worked in San Francisco and I was like, oh, like San Francisco. And they were like, absolutely not. There's needles all over the ground. Like it is awful.
There's crap everywhere too.
Yeah. Like just like garbage, like straight garbage.
I've heard San Diego is nice though.
San Diego's very
I heard
pretty.
that San
Really?
Diego's that's a place I want to visit really bad. I heard it's really cute.
There's a lot of places I want to visit. Okay, rapid fire. Are you ready?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Okay. Window or aisle seat?
Aisle seat.
Why?
You got way more room to spread out.
You don't want to like lean your head on the window and go to sleep?
No, because it's not comfortable. The window's curved, so like your head just kind of hits like that. So you'd have to turn it this way, and then you're also trapped when you got to pee. You got to make everybody else
Never
move.
peed on an airplane.
Well, it happens. So if you're on the aisle, you can get up and get out. Also, you can kind of set the precedent for your tolerance of how many times you're willing to get up. Like if the person next to you gets up and you sit back down, you're just like, and then you just kind of like man spread like that. Person on the aisle or the window, they're just like, I'm not trying to get up. So you can kind of dictate a lot, and then you have easy in and out access. So aisle seat.
Bad. All right. This says early morning flight or red eye, but aren't those the same thing?
Well, a red eye could be like a late night flight too that kind of carries over. Honestly, neither.
Oh, that wasn't an option.
All right, sorry. I would probably say early morning flight then, because I like a good cup of coffee.
Okay. Carry on or checked bag?
Carry on. Because I don't like going down to the carousel and standing there waiting
for it or losing it.
So if you go, we're especially bad about lost luggage or delayed luggage. Baltimore is very bad. Houston is really bad. Surprisingly, as big as Denver and Atlanta are, they're actually pretty good, especially Delta. Delta's always spot on when your bags. But yeah, I always do check or carry on if I can.
Best hotel breakfast.
It is not Hampton Inn. It is not. I can appreciate that it's included with the room, but it is not them. I don't know. I think the best hotel breakfasts are unfortunately the ones where you actually have to pay extra for the hotel breakfast because it's more of like a hand curated type of dish. You know, it's not like a big buffet type of thing. You can get like eggs and potatoes, and the potatoes are always nice and crisp, and the eggs are fluffy. It's not like where they're dehydrated and you put water and shake it up, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're all running on like, so probably any hotel where you have to pay for a breakfast.
So what's your go-to thing to get for breakfast at the hotel? Like, what would you pick out?
Well, at the Hampton Inns, they always give you like either an omelet or some sausage or something. And what I typically do is if it's one of those all-inclusive ones like that, like a chain hotel, I'll get one of those bowls and I'll just stack stuff in there, and then I just cut it all up, put salt, pepper, and then a bunch of like picante or hot sauce or something in there, and then just have like a breakfast bowl. You know, Mike, he'll just pile on like 3 biscuits and gravy and then sausage.
He's so funny.
And I'm like, he's like, oh, it's great. I'm like, dude, you're going to be in the bathroom in like 2 hours at the customer facility. Like, can we maybe have a small breakfast and have a big dinner?
Yeah. I mean, what for him though, it's like either he's going to be hangry or he's going to be. It's like
that's the other thing. That's the other thing. He does get hangry. He does get hangry,
which is the lesser evil. What is one thing that you absolutely refuse to eat at a gas station?
Wizard sticks or whatever you call it, whatever your awful god awful
They're
name
not
was.
Actually real. Like the wizard stick is not a thing. Like
no, they are
actually
super
have
real. I don't know that that's what they're called, but they sit on the roller. They sit on the roller for days. I would say the absolute thing not to get is anything that you have to microwave there.
Why?
Well, now some people swear by it.
Can't you microwave stuff? You can microwave stuff in a gas station?
Yeah, you get like breakfast sandwiches, and you can microwave any of that stuff there.
I didn't know that you could do that. Really?
Now at the self-checkout, they'll ask you, was it cold, purchase cold, or purchase hot?
Oh.
And I think there's like a little bit of a discount if you have to heat it up yourself or whatever. But their microwaves, I don't know what wattage they use, but good God, if you put something in like your regular microwave at the house for 3 minutes, 2 minutes, it's like, it's ready to go. It's hot. If you put it in a gas station microwave for like 10 seconds, it's the equivalent. So if you do like 2 minutes at a gas station, it comes out, it's just like on fire melted, so you can't touch it. But anything that they've pre-cooked that you have to reheat at a gas station, that's a dangerous. Oh, gas station sushi. That's not good.
Why would that be good?
I don't know. Sometimes you don't want a little sushi.
I want a little sushi, but I'll go to like Heinen's or Meyer.
Again, railroads are not exactly in, you know.
Okay, so you don't get sushi.
It's a gamble. It's like your Waffle House. It's like Waffle House before 11 p.m. It's a gamble.
All right. Okay. So wrapping up now, I've really enjoyed this. I feel like I've learned a lot about travel. I like it. I think it's fun. If someone is considering a career in the rail industry, what would you tell them about the travel side of the job?
It depends on what you're going to do in the rail industry. If you're going to be a conductor and an engineer, you're going to only have certain hotels that you can and can't check out of because you're going to have a little impact card, little company card. And you won't be able to really travel around the area. If you're getting into the consulting and training side, like the private side of rail, understand that you're going to be a road warrior. You know, I would say find a partner in benefits, whether that's like Hilton Honors or whatever it's going to be, Marriott Bonvoy type of stuff, and start earning points. Same thing with Southwest or with Delta. If you're going to, you know, get your Sky Miles, or if you're going to get like Rapid Rewards or whatever, stay committed to it and don't bounce around. Same thing with your car rentals, right? Stick with either Alamo or Avis and just earn your points through them. Don't find the cheapest because those points pay off in the end. Also, probably don't get distracted. That's always a rookie mistake. People think, oh, I want to travel. I want to do this. I want to do that. And they make the most out of their time there, but they lose sight of why they're actually there. You know what I mean?
Right.
They get hung up on the experience there and not on the mission that's at hand. Because when you're out and you're traveling and you're with a coworker or a friend, it's easy to get hung up on the, hey, let's go have fun. And then you short yourself on sleep because you want to stay an extra hour and get talking and hang out and unwind. Put your sleep schedule first while you're out there on the road. So it's a good takeaway.
That is a good takeaway.
I know.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much for letting me interview you today.
Yeah.
This is like a little switch up, a little change, but I like sitting in this chair. Also, the lighting is way better on this chair.
It's weird sitting over here.
I love the lighting over here. It makes me feel like I'm like, you know, like a superstar. I'm like actually doing this. But so you get the bad lighting today, and I'm super excited about it. But thank you so much.
Tom, make me look good in the lighting.
I'll do my best for you.
All right.
The best you can. I'm just kidding. And so thanks for letting me do this and coming and everything. And thank you, Tom. This is great. And thank you guys for watching, obviously. Yeah, we'll see you next time.
If you liked this episode, please consider giving us a 5-star rating and leave a review on what you thought about it. It goes a long way. Make sure to click that notification bell so you're always up to date whenever we release a new episode. For those watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this episode with people who you feel would benefit from this show. Until next time, we'll see you soon on The Switch Point.
The views, opinions, and positions expressed by hosts, guests, contributors, and commenters on this podcast are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or positions of Axiom Rail Services or any employee, affiliate, or organization associated with Axiom Rail Services. The appearance of guests, the publication of contributed content, or the discussion of any products, services, or viewpoints does not constitute an endorsement by Axiom Rail Services. Opinions expressed belong to the individuals speaking.